guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be doing my monthly favorites. So don't mind this high pony because my hair was not cooperating today. And let's dive right in. This is obviously all my opinion. Some people might love products that I don't like. Some people might hate products that I do love. Everything is personal opinion. Everything is, I have oily skin. But also can be dehydrated. I have, there's so many different things about my skin that might be different about yours. And so just keep that in mind. But these are my personal favorites from this past month. These are all new products that I've tried this past month. And sometimes a few products that have really just stood out to me that I kind of reunited with might end up on here. But this month it is strictly new product that I've used in the last month that I really think stood out to me and that I really love. Starting with primer. I do have another primer, guys. If you saw my past videos, you know that it's kind of been a journey the last couple months from only using Professional to now having such a wide variety of primers that I really love, and that's something that is really exciting for me because I want to break those habits of sticking to one product because there's so many great products out there. So the primer that I really love recently is the new Urban Decay All Nighter. This is very nice for making your skin look perfect. It grips the makeup all day long. I mean, everybody's different. If you have really oily skin, it's not going to make it look like this because I did just do my makeup. It's not going to make it look like this at the end of the day, but it really helps keep all of your face makeup where it is. It doesn't shift as much, it doesn't move, and I find it even helps with, your contour, blush, and highlight to last longer, but most importantly, your foundation, your concealer, your powder, everything is set, and I really like that about this. It is long lasting, it helps your makeup wear longer. The other thing I was really impressed with is, and I am wearing it today, it is absolutely amazing for smoothing your skin, even your pores. Now, I do find it's not necessarily for pore minimizing. It doesn't have that silicone-y texture. Sometimes I add a tiny bit of Professional or my Tarte Timeless primer to help with just those really enlarged pores that don't seem to want to go away, and kind of combining those two really help make your skin look perfect. I only put that in the areas that are really bad for pores or blemishes or areas that won't smooth well. But even when I use this on its own, the first time I used it, and you will see if you go back, I'll link the video below where I tried this product for the first time, I was like in awe of how it was smoothing my face, especially right here, which is an area that is typically not very smooth for me. So like when I look at my face right now, it literally looks flawless in here. And that is something that I really look for in a product, especially a primer or a foundation. So definitely recommend the Urban Decay primer. I tried a lot of new eyeshadow this month, which is something I love doing my eyes. That's my favorite thing about makeup is eyes. Now, everything else is just as important, but eyes are really important to me personally. I love eyeshadow. You can express yourself a lot, and I really love it. Now, I could not limit it to one palette, so I do have a few of my favorites. I didn't include all of them, even though the majority of the palettes that I tried this month were absolutely amazing. I would say out of all three of these palettes that I have here in front of me that are kind of my favorite this month, this palette here would be my absolute favorite. This palette impressed me so much. And I mean, I know I'm a little bit of a fangirl when it comes to Tati because she is extremely successful. I've mentioned her before when I did this video. She's very educational. She's very, experienced, and she really is not afraid to tell you how she feels, which is something that is very inspiring to me. I am extremely honest about how I feel because I want you guys to know really what a product is like, and I feel like that's something that Tati is really good at. She will be like, no, I don't like this, and not afraid to do that, and that's really cool. She's very skilled and experienced, as I said, so I just am a little bit like fangirling over Tati here, but you know, I just really enjoy her channel, and I think she is really passionate about what she does, and you can see it in this palette. Like, look at this gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I mean, if you want to see the swatches and the look I created, I'll link the video below as well. This palette is just so strategically set up and beautifully made. Like, I love the color selection, and I really love the idea of the textures. I think the glitters are some of the absolute best glitters I've ever used, and I'm like a glitter fanatic. Like, if there's a glitter in a palette, I'm using it, and it's probably gonna be my favorite shade in a palette. Like, these are gorgeous. They, you know, you don't need glitter glue. You know, you press it on with your finger. You can use a brush, but it's not quite as intense. But they're gorgeous. They're self-adhering. They're pigmented, and they're just wow. Then you have the metallics. They're very creamy, they're very beautiful, and they're not all like bam, which is nice to have that option for some shimmer that's not like blinding you. And I really liked that about that. Like, for example, this Aura shade, it's a really beautiful shade to brighten up an inner corner, but it's not like, you know, crazy. And I really liked that. They're just pretty. Then there's the sequins, which I've worked with sequins before, but I've never really seen a lot of brands really focus on sequins, and I think it was cool that she felt it was important to have them. They're really pretty to have for an everyday look when you still want a bit of that glitz and glam, but more subtle. So I really liked those. they are really pigmented and really creamy as well. And then the mattes are to die for. They blend like a absolute dream. I swear they blend like it literally is their job, and I said that in the video where I did a tutorial on this. It was amazing. I could talk about this all day. Plus, one of the really cool things about it is the mirror is absolutely amazing. It's really big, and it is really, really good quality. And then just the weight of the palette is nice, and just the shape, and like it's thin, and I just really love everything about this. So recommend 100%. Go check out Tati, her channel, and check out Tati Beauty, the website below, to check out her products. The other thing by Tati Beauty I really love is the Blendiful. This is dirty right now, but seriously, I use it all the time. You can use liquid products, foundation, concealer, cream contour, cream blush, cream highlight, everything. You can put your primer on with it. You can set your face with powder. You can use your powder, bronzer, contour, blush, highlight. You can, you know, do everything with this. Both sides you can use, like this handle flips over, so you can do cream and powder in the same, you know, use. Like, you know, you can just flip it, have one side cream or a liquid, one side powder, which is really cool. It helps your makeup go on flawlessly. It uses less product, doesn't waste it, doesn't soak it up as much, and it just blends it perfectly. So I recommend this as well. I still use my beauty blender, my brushes, but it's nice to have, you know, for use as well. The next palette I really loved this month was the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Pillow Talk palette. These are so pigmented, so creamy, and I love just, you know, the story of this palette. The Day, Dusk, Date, and Dream. They have beautiful little trios, mattes, metallics. I just really loved the shades in here, and I feel like it's very versatile for all skin tones and all, you know, different ranges of experience with makeup. Like, you can use this day and it'd be very subtle, and it would be good for somebody that really doesn't have a lot of experience with makeup, but you glam it up a bit and brighten it with the darker shades. So I really liked this one as well. The quality of shadows were gorgeous, you know, pigmented blend, like the blendability was really good. The Natasha Denona Mini Glam palette is the next palette I really loved, and it really stood out to me because these colors are just to die for. This Faye, like, take a look at that right there. I'm covering up the Tati Beauty one so you guys don't get confused. Really pretty. And then the mattes are just as pigmented and just as creamy and blendable. So I really liked that. And the reason this really stood out to me is because these colors are so up my alley. I love these colors. I'm really into the golds and the browns and the champagne. So I really liked that. And I even liked it better than her newest palette, the Love palette. I'll link both tutorials down below as well. I'm going to link all of this stuff below in the tutorials I did. I liked the Love palette. I just found that like the colors weren't as everyday for me, and so that's why I prefer the Mini Glam. Then you have, which is my next favorite, is the Sephora Face Trio. I bought two of them, the Gleam and the Radiate. This is the Gleam. I just really like the colors in this palette better than the Radiate. They're cooler toned, so this is like the cool tone pink. Then there's like two more icy champagne-y highlights, one more subtle, and then one more kind of glam and sparkly. So as you can see, those are the two highlights. Really, really pretty, buildable, and this blush is just literally the perfect shade. That's the blush there. You can't really see it, so let me get more there. There you go. Really pretty. I mean, I've used Sephora blushes before. I just really loved the color selection in this palette, so I wanted to kind of give it a shout out as well. And then another product that I really liked, and you've heard me talk about this a lot, is the Physicians Formula Rosé All Day mascara. I'm actually wearing it on my bottom lashes today, well, on the top as well, but I have falsies on. This is really good for length, which is something I really like. I like to mix it with another mascara that's more volumizing, so I'll do a volumizing mascara first to get the base of the lashes really full, and then this one to really, you know, elongate them. It's really, really good. It smells good. It's hydrating for your lashes, which is always good. So I really recommend this. I do wear it on its own as well, and it gives enough volume, but I just really specifically like this for the length, which is really nice. The next product that I really loved this month was also from the Physicians Formula Rosé All Day line, and it was the Velvet Lip Color, and I got it in First Kiss. If you take a look at that, it's so pretty. It's like a mauvey pinky kind of dusty rose color, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I just loved the texture of these. They're really creamy, and I just felt like when I applied it, I loved the way my lips looked. So I really liked that, and it is another affordable option. The next one that I have here is by ColourPop. Well, it's their body brand, Soul Body, and I actually use this as a face highlight more than anything. This one here is really, really pretty and creamy, and I really liked that there for the face. It's so creamy and it smells so good, like coconutty. One that I did not like, which I will now be moving on to the flops. So these are my monthly flops. These are ones that I did not like and did not, you know, do it for me. They kind of disappointed me. So I have three products. One was by ColourPop, and it was the Champagne Bubbles Powder Highlight. You actually can't even get it anymore, and I think that's because nobody liked it, because I felt like it did not do really anything. I mean, it was a highlight, but it just wasn't enough for me. If you like a soft highlight, then you probably will like this though, but I just felt like there was a lot of hype about it, and it just kind of disappointed me. The next product that really disappointed me was actually by NARS, and I love NARS, especially their blush. It was the Overlust Cheek Palette, and this just was not as pigmented as I would have liked it to be. So this is one of the blushes here. I'm going to show you right here. Can you even see that? Probably not. I'll add more. Like, just, it really, you have to build them like crazy. You know, there's this blush here, which is a little more pigmented. That one's okay. I just felt like the pigmentation was not there, and it wasn't as good as their blushes that I'm used to. Then there's the highlights, which look gorgeous in this palette, but really just do nothing. I felt like they had more pigmentation in terms of color, but not shine, which is what I was looking for in the highlight palette or the highlight section of it. I want them to, you know, highlight the area, and it really didn't do much. So I'm going to show you. I mean, I already have highlight on, so it's not going to do anything because they really are not very good. I'm really swirling my brush in here. I'm going in the one to the right, and I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose. Do you see a difference? Because I really don't. It's very, very soft and subtle, but I was looking for that really rich pigmentation that you get in the NARS blushes, and even the blushes were not effective. I just wasn't happy with it. It didn't do it for me. I wasn't impressed. For the money, I don't think it's worth it. The last one that I really actually just hated was the Makeup Revolution color book. I got it in the purple and pink one, and I just felt like the colors were not, you know, pigmented. They didn't blend well. I felt like one color would be pretty good in terms of pigmentation and blendability, and then the next color would be not good at all. And I'm not really interested in playing Russian roulette when it comes to my eyeshadows. Like, if I'm gonna have a palette, I want them to all be the same quality, and I just was not happy with it. So that is another one I definitely do not recommend. So that is it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will link all the videos and products below that I talked about today. Make sure you don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.